Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Joe Stauffer, and you're watching The 13th Wolfman.
Hey everyone, it's 13th Wolfman here. You know what? I'm sitting down with Joe Stauffer, the director of probably the best independent horror film of 2014, Pieces of Talent. Joe, welcome to Sit Down, man.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming on. So let's talk a little bit about Pieces of Talent, man. How long did this movie go from conception to actual making?
Well, the character David Long came into existence around 2006, 2007 from an original short film that Tony Murnahan and David Long himself shot. And I saw it and I said, hey, that's awesome. Let's do another one. We shot a little short film called The David Long Story. And then after we did that, I think that was around 2008. After we did that, I said, hey, David, why don't you write a feature? And so he did. And I didn't read it for like 2 years because I'm an asshole. And we were working on a bunch of other projects together and stuff. And,
Right.
and then after a couple years, came around, at the end of 2009 and said, hey, let's make this happen. And so we took the script, we ripped it apart, put it back together, and decided to shoot it in the fall of 2010. We scraped together every cent that we could. And, it was in post for about 2.5 years because our sound designer ended up bailing halfway through the process. So I actually ended up sound designing the entire thing as well from scratch a year after we shot it. So definitely a lot of hats for one person to wear. But, in 2013, we got it all done and got it into the festival circuit and released the DVD this year. I think we started shipping them in June. So
Yeah.
4 years.
And that's about when I got mine to review for you, man. And man, I love this movie.
I appreciate it.
This, like I said, it's probably the best independent horror film of 2014. I do say this though. There's only one scene in the movie. It's like the entire movie looks great, but the dream scene kind of takes you out of it for a second. You know?
Takes you in, man. It's in David's mind, dude.
I guess, but it just looks so kind of out of place because the rest of the picture looks so visually stunning,
You're the first person that's ever said that. It's hilarious.
Oh,
Usually we get really good response from that because it goes into the kind of back to the same place where we go with the fox and the leech. It's the little vignettes within the film. It's kind of David's perspective on things, and the dream sequence is more seeing it into his mind and his feelings. That's what he dreams of at night. Things like that.
so
Beautiful things.
is David as much of a character as the character David?
David's a great guy. He's really the nicest guy I know. And he actually, he makes a mean pickled egg, and he'd bend over backwards to help you out.
That's cool.
But he really like the smile, the happy part of David. His smile, like that's all genuine. Like that's real David. And you just add a little bit of psychosis and murder to it, and you've got David Long.
add a little bit of the darkness is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So how long have you and David known each other?
Since about 2006, I believe.
Oh, okay.
We met through a mutual friend, Tony Murnahan, who is also one of the producers on the film. And, he helped me out with various projects here and there before we started really working together with this project. So, he was around prior to the filming. So that comfort level, that friendship, I think really had an extremely positive impact on, our relationship on set, our chemistry. Plus, we vibe well. You work with some people and it just
Yeah.
works. So
You find that friendship and you just click, and yeah. So
most of the cast was like that. Most of the cast are like personal friends of mine. Christy wasn't, but she is now.
yeah.
Everybody else that was on the cast, like I knew them for years, so it was all, there was none of that like awkward.
It comes off in the movie too. I mean, it comes off in the movie too. You can all tell that everyone's so comfortable around one another that,
yeah,
that there's a friendship there, a kinship. So are we going to see a sequel?
Hopefully, man. I mean, we really, really want to make the sequel happen. We're really relying on the crowdfunding for this. Our original budget for Pieces was $75,000, which is nothing. And I didn't get paid. So that's not like me getting paid or David getting paid. Like neither one of us got paid. Everybody else did though. We had a lot of people help us out, and everyone got compensated for their ass busting, on set.
Yeah.
But we're really relying on the crowdfunding thing for the sequel. If we can break 20 grand with our crowdfunding campaign that we have on the website right now, we're going to make it happen. If not, it's kind of like Kickstarter. Like if we get the money, we're going to go for it. If not, everyone gets their funding back.
So where's the crowdfunding campaign right now? What web page?
It's on our official website, piecesoftalent.com, and there's a tab, a missing piece. It says donate a missing piece. And I think the URL is piecesoftalent.com/a missing piece.
Cool.
So it's right there on the official website, and we have the full film at the top of the page available to watch for free, like the Pieces of Talent, the first film. So it's there in an effort to say, hey, this is what we did first. Do you want to help us make another one?
So you made that movie with only $75,000.
Yep.
Dude, that looks like $1 million movie.
Thanks, man.
No, because I remember asking people that, other people that were kind of like into the indie scene and asking them what they thought. Everyone kept on saying you shot that for about 200 grand. And I'm like, okay, well, I could see that, but to know that you shot for 75 and made it look that good, wow.
Well, I mean, I did. A big money saver was the fact that I wrote it with David, of course, directed it, I DP'd it, I edited it, I sound designed it, I scored it, I contributed some of the songs to that are on the soundtrack. I'm in the middle of doing my album right now.
I was going to bring that up in a minute, yeah.
So, we're going to do, my little project's called Goodnight Curses, and I had a few songs on the soundtrack. So in the next 6 months, that album's getting complete. And it's been a compilation of songs that I've written over the past 10 years. So it's, that's my goal in the next 6 months, to get that thing wrapped up and hopefully at the same time get this movie going too. So, but yeah, that was a money saver, is the fact that I wore so many hats. Would I do it again? I would. It's hard though. It's really hard to have that much weight on your shoulders. And I'm just now, like 6 months after it being released, it was so heavy of a burden for so long that it's just now beginning to kind of like feel the relief.
Finally breathe, huh?
Yeah. It's crazy how it just adds and adds and adds, over the years.
The cool thing is that you can now appreciate what John Carpenter does.
Yeah.
He wears all those same hats, man. Yeah. Composers. Yeah. Composer, director, score, writer, it's like, wow. It's something when you hear people that could multitask like that.
It's I mean, if I don't have a creative project going on, I go nuts. I just wither up and die. So I've got to have something going on, and if, like they say, if you want it done right, do it yourself. So
really so let's talk a little bit about the band you got going on. So are you the drummer?
It's actually, it's interesting. We just talked about the wearing so many hats. It's a solo project, where, I write and perform all the instruments and then just track them separately. Um,
Wow.
you know like the song Charlotte on the soundtrack over the credits?
Yeah,
Um,
I actually really like that song. Yeah.
that was all me, like drums, guitar, bass, vocal, and everything. So it's just you track it first. Like you do the drums first, and then you do piano, guitar, vocals
Wow.
last. So a lot of people do
That's
that. Dave Grohl did that on his first Foo Fighter album.
yeah. I knew that, and Paul McCartney does it some because he plays piano, bass, and drums and guitar. So I know he did it on his first solo album.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm rocking that. I'm working with some cool people that are helping me engineer it. So I don't have to hit record and run and jump behind the drum. But yeah.
I don't think it would stop you if you did.
Hey, I've done it before. I'm just saying, like,
that's that's talent, though. I mean, I have a cousin that plays drums. I have another cousin that plays guitar, and it's like to see someone that can actually multitask all the different kinds of instruments into one person. That's just a lot of talent, man. Uh,
like, man, do what I
well,
can.
well, I'm just trying to think. It's like you got to keep the beat in your head, and then also play bass or something like that. It's like that's just crazy.
Laying the
I don't.
drums to a click track, and then it's like you'll do this, and sometimes you go back and replace something, and it's all organic, and it'll hit each other back and forth until it feels right and it's done, that type of thing. And same thing with with a film, like maybe you make an edit and you go to sound design and you do something pretty cool in the sound design process. And you're like, man, I could make that match a little better visually. So you hop back over to the editing and you enhance it in
Yeah.
that way, and it's the give and take of like both sides of it. So, molding it together
Of
to
course,
feel
the way things are edited nowadays. I mean, can you imagine trying to do what you're doing with the music? 25 years ago.
no,
With
I mean, when I started, it was 4 tracks. We didn't have Pro Tools back in the day,
yeah,
or it was like my old band when we recorded way back in the day. It was like 18 or whatever, and like a CD was like $20 or $30 for them to burn you a CD.
yeah,
It's like, oh, dude, we got a CD.
yeah, yeah. And then after a while, you could just buy a computer and burn it at home.
We could bypass the CD completely.
Yeah. Now you could just put out your own MP3s.
Mhm. Yeah. We
But
want to release all the music for free as well, and we want to do the same thing with the sequel as we did with Pieces of Talent, is where we involve all local and independent musicians and use them to create the soundtrack and release the
cool.
soundtrack for free. And I'd like to release my album with the sequel when we get it done. So just as some extra goodies, put it out
Yeah,
there.
I would. So the soundtrack to Pieces of Talent is available for free.
Yep, it's all free on the official website.
Ah, okay.
And I don't think I put a Dropbox link up there to download them, but if you right click on it, you can download the file from the player. But yeah, I think it's on the far right
Yeah, because I would really like that song Charlotte. I really dug that.
Yeah, it's on there. Yeah, let me know if you have any issues, or I'll shoot you a Dropbox link or something. You can get all the tracks.
Okay.
For sure.
Wow. So, man, it sounds like you have got your plate full.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Man.
I got to, man. I got to. I go stir crazy, I'm telling you. The convention thing this fall was pretty crazy. I mean, hitting like Cinema Wasteland and Days of the Dead and all that was pretty fun and exhausting, and we're going to be doing some more of that this spring. We're doing Days of the Dead in Atlanta in
cool.
February, and then we're doing Cinema Wasteland again in the spring, Horror Hound, and another one, and I can't think of it. Sci-Fi Valley Con. I think we're going to be up there. We won our first award from them the beginning of 2013. So we're going to go check them out, have a vendor table there this year. I think in March. I think.
Yeah, I'd love to see you guys get up in my area, man, at Crypticon.
Dude, I'm down. Like, I'm down for a trip. That'd be that'd be awesome.
No, yeah, it would be great, man. It's just,
When's it happen?
huh?
When is it?
It's May.
All right, I'll look into that. Shoot me that info. I'll definitely look into that.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's, oh man, I'm trying to see I'm trying to figure out where you're going to take the second movie, because you could go one of two ways in my head. You know?
We could go both ways.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We're gonna introduce a couple new characters. One of the characters is going to be played by Jeremy Blackford, really talented actor, friend of mine. He's actually in that Azalea project that we're messing around with getting off the ground as well. My friend Kate McCallum, I want to get her involved as well. And, David and Christy Ray are obviously going to, come back for their roles. And we're actually talking about doing a choose your own adventure style DVD or Blu-ray release. So,
dig in that.
Options here and there. Not too many to where like you feel like you're playing a video game, but we're going to have a couple options here and there where you can follow different characters and experience different things. We'll have our version, like our cut. You can just watch straight through, but we'll also have that option. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
They did a similar thing with Final Destination 3.
Yeah.
Where you could go along and then when you got to a certain point, you could click on your remote and follow the characters and, either you were dead or and the movie ended or something.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a challenge from a writing standpoint because, it can grow exponentially in terms of production costs. So you're like just branching out. But if we keep it conservative but still play with it, I think it could be a lot of fun. And
you don't want to get too crazy.
Yeah, it can. Every choice leads to two more, and it could get insane real fast.
Man, that'd take up a big Blu-ray.
Yeah.
That's a lot of space. So, Joe, let's take a look at your trailer, man.
Check out the trailer for my film, Pieces of Talent.
Do you always hang out with strange people and drive their cars around?
I do. Every time I get the chance. What do you do?
I make movies.
Take the camera, okay, and you're gonna capture beautiful moments. We're gonna make this movie.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Here.
So what did you tell your mom about me?
That you're making a movie and she just blew it off.
She's gonna be out of your life soon, trust me.
After seeing you, I knew what I was doing. I was right. You're so beautiful.
Guys, we're trying to get a sequel off the ground, and we are doing a crowdfunding campaign at our homepage, piecesoftalent.com/missingpiece. Check the link out right here, and you can actually watch the full first film, Pieces of Talent, there for absolutely free. So check it out. Right there.
So it looks like the 20 minutes is up, man. I just want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You have anything you want to plug?
I do.
Okay.
I am going to plug my friend Gayton Lowry, who is an awesome artist. Of course, I want to plug our website, piecesoftalent.com. If you want to contribute, check it out. But go to this website.
Gayton.com.
And check out some awesome art and buy some awesome art. A bunch of his paintings are in the film, and super cool guy, crazy talented. So definitely check that out.
Well, that sounds very good. I'm gonna go check it out. Just hearing about it, man.
Dude, he's got some calendars and stuff, and some just a ton of paintings. He's a painter, but he's got a bunch of stuff like cards and stuff for the holidays too. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, thanks again for coming on, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right. I'm the 13th Wolfman. You can check out Joe's stuff at piecesoftalent.com. You can give to the sequel, also on that same page. Have a good day, and I'm on the prowl.